Michael, and this is my day in the life as a Google security engineer. Google is a world-renowned company known for their search engine and the Android operating system. I'll be working as a security engineer looking over the Android operating system for security vulnerabilities. So usually my mornings are pretty slow. I check my messages, see if my boss wants me to do anything before my main meetings. If I can do a little bit of research or practice in before, I usually go ahead and do that now. Oh, looks like my boss messaged me. I'm gonna go ahead and start coding now. So it looks like I finished all the coding for the day. So about now, I try to pick the brains of the executives, see what they're thinking, try to get access to production. If I'm lucky, I'll sneak into a meeting.
What are you doing?
Vlogging.
You can't be doing that right now. People are exploiting bugs on Android. We need to get ahead of them and find the bugs before they do.
How am I supposed to do that?
By using syscaller.
Where am I supposed to learn how to use syscaller?
The same way we solve all of our problems as programmers.
Just Google it. Now that I learned about the dashboard, I'm going to research syscaller and its different applications.
Hey everybody, my name is Professor Calculator, and I'm going to be taking you through an overview of syscaller, which is a coverage-guided fuzzer. But before we go into details about syscaller, it's important to cover what fuzzing is first. Fuzzing is a software testing technique that passes semi-random inputs into your program in order to harden it. But why would you want to do that? Well, the reason is because once you harden your software, you're preventing chances for hackers to utilize your software for nefarious purposes. Now, how exactly we're going to fuzz is dependent on the platform. But in terms of operating systems and kernels, there's many useful tools in the market, but the best one in my opinion is really syscaller. And syscaller, as I mentioned, is a coverage-guided fuzzer, which means that it makes decisions on what programs to run based on the coverage that it's gotten from your program in the past. But how exactly syscaller does this is it uses generated C programs running on virtual machines. And when one of those C programs crashes a virtual machine, well, then we know that there's a bug, and we can actually report back to the engineer that using this C program, the virtual machine under test crashed, and we should investigate that. And with that, this has been an overview of the syscaller coverage guide in fuzzer, and I hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much.
Hey everybody, I'm Anurag Kompali from MSU's Capstone team Google, and we created this amazing dashboard to help Android security engineers at Google find problems and bugs in the Linux kernel way more efficiently. Why don't we dive in and I can show you some of the features that we came up with.
So here we are in the syscaller dashboard. When an engineer logs into the dashboard, they are greeted with this overview tab, which gives them a gut check of how a fuzzer is performing. Using metrics such as lines covered and number of syscalls, an engineer can figure out if the selected fuzzer is performing well or performing poorly. Now, if an engineer wants to start a custom fuzzer configuration, they can make use of the orchestration tab. In the Orchestration tab, engineers can start and stop instances using the New and Delete buttons, and have a finer-grained control over the dashboard and the fuzzer instances. Now, if syscaller encountered some unusual behavior, it can be populated in the Crashes tab. While it doesn't have anything right now, as crashes come in, this page will populate and contain the name of the crash and information about the crash to help engineers figure out whether it's a bug or not. Finally, in order to improve fuzzing performance, engineers can make use of the Insights tab, which visualizes data in unique ways to help engineers figure out what syscaller is thinking behind the scenes.
Oh, hey, Michael.
Hey Romario, how are you doing?
Good, you?
I'm doing fantastic. How can I help you?
Okay, so I got that dashboard that you sent everyone in the office, and I wanted to make sure I set mine up correctly. More specifically, I want to see if the Linux machine has the correct flags enabled.
Yeah, there's an easy way to check that. Go ahead and share your screen.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, here it looks like you have the Romario instance. So let's go ahead and make that your new default to update the dashboard.
Okay.
Now that you click that, you can go ahead and open the dashboard.
Okay, so I can see lines are being covered on the dashboard, but I still can't see where the flags are.
Okay, so go ahead and click on the logs on the bottom right.
Yep.
Here, this shows all the output from your machine. As you can see, there's a lot of different outputs and it's kind of hard to sift through. So using the
Yeah,
search
it's
bar
kinda
at the
cluttered.
top, you can quickly search keywords. So let's search enabled to see what kind of different tools and flags are currently enabled.
Nice. Okay, so I can see the flags I'm looking for, and I can see that they're enabled. Okay, this is exactly what I needed. I'm surprised that this tool even had this.
Yeah, I'm glad I could help her, Mario.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right,
you, Michael.
you have a good one.
You too.
Hi, Shabam.
Hi Michael, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. What can I help you with?
I need your help with using the new dashboard.
Alrighty, show me what you got.
Sure, I'll go ahead and share my screen. So I'm not really sure why my syscaller instance is not performing as good as yours. Is there a way to compare them without going through each of the instance's complex layers of files and folders?
Absolutely, I can show you a much easier way of comparing two different instances. What were the names of the two instances you were trying to compare?
I wanted to compare the overall and the dev accept instances.
Alrighty, so let's go into the Insights tab.
Alright,
In there, you can click on the Instance Inspector, and you can see each instance, and you can see their ID, their name, and the number of crashes that each of them had. So this is a pretty nice tool, so you can click on the instances you wanted to look at, which was overall and dev accept.
sure, I'll do that.
Alrighty, now if you click compare, you can easily see the two different configuration files for each of the instances. So instance 2 has disabled the accept syscall. So I hope that helps.
That does. Thank you so much, Michael. I was afraid of manually comparing the instances at once, but this made it much simpler. I'll be able to pick the best one out to improve my fuzzing performance.
Definitely, glad I could help.
Thank you, Michael. Have a good day.
You too, Shabam.
Okay, no time for pleasantries. I'm trying to fuzz binder, but nothing's working on the dashboard.
Okay, Catherine, let's figure this out. Share your screen with me.
Okay, so you see here, I have 141 syscalls, but when I search up binder, nothing shows up. It's the one thing I need to fuzz.
Alrighty, I think I know what's going on. Let's leave this pop-up and go into the Insights tab. Here you're going to go to the Disabled Syscalls and click on Select a Syscall. What was the name of the syscall you were looking for?
Well, binder's main syscall is binder write read.
So go ahead and click on that. So here, this pop-up shows you all the dependencies you need to run this syscall. So looks like we need to add the open@. syscall. So let's close this pop-up and go back to the orchestration tab. Here you'll create a new instance the same way as the last one.
Okay, so remember I had a lot of file system syscalls here.
And you're gonna add that new open@. syscall at the end.
Okay. I
Alright.
can't believe I forgot it. Usually I have to look through manually with syscaller.
That's not a problem. I had a question. What is binder anyway?
Oh, I forgot to say, didn't I? Binder is an Android IPC, meaning it handles communication between different processes.
Okay.
My team lead wanted me to fuzz it because it could have a lot of potential bugs, and we don't want them to get exploited, so I have to find them first.
Thank you for that clarification. That makes so much more sense. Alright, let's make your new instance the default and go back to the dashboard. So, looks like your syscalls have been loaded in. So click on the syscalls. And now when you search for binder, it should show up. Great, looks like on line 13, the syscall you were trying to fuzz is right there.
Oh, thank God. I wouldn't know what to tell my team lead if I wasn't able to get this working.
I'm glad I could help. You have a good one, Catherine.
You too.
Alrighty, bye-bye.